Islam inspired a group of people to greatness, as we have mentioned. However, since the 18th, 19th century, Muslims are identified as third-class people, sword-wielding fanatics, and now terrorists. Any comment as to how to recapture the golden age? Of course, I answered the issue of terrorism or extremism without any justification. Of course, a lot of these violent acts is not because somebody decided in the womb of his mother to be born terrorist, but because of acts of injustice and cruelty which lead people to commit these acts that are not permissible by Islam, but sometimes they find themselves pushed against the wall. When people's rights are taken, when their bones, limbs are deliberately broken, when they are killed, shot in the back in peaceful demonstration, when their homes are bulldozed, and some of them simply, get so mad as to what happened to them and their families and their children and act in certain ways. It doesn't justify it, but we should not just say that because they are born cruel and born terrorists in that sense. But as far as the question of the golden age, well, the formula, the prescription is the same. When Islam came, the Muslims and Arabs, particularly the beginning of the mission, were very backward as compared to every place in the world. They didn't have any history of great civilizations or scientific contributions. Within a span of less than 100 years, they were ruling half of the world, and they have this amazing contribution that continued for 6.5 centuries. You see, according to George Sarton, the Muslim contribution to science, or scientists, Muslim scientists, were the most prominent for nearly 300 years, 300 to 350 years, and were among the top 3 scientists world over for another 300 years. So you're talking about really a total of 650 years of amazing prominence in science. That is much longer than when the Western civilization has been prominent. So the prescription was basically that you got people who were committed to Islam, didn't go to extremes. They were hardworking, they were sincere about it, they were able to really to make that great contribution and show great tolerance, as we have seen in the court of Spain and the House of Wisdom in Baghdad, where you get scientists from all religions, from all backgrounds, in the highest position, cooperating together for the benefit of humanity at large. So the prescription is the same. But what's happening in the Muslim world today is lack of commitment on the part of individuals, dictatorial governments that scuttle any creativity. But when individual Muslims are given the opportunity, in North America, among the top scientists are Muslims. Farouk al-Baz, as one who was very influential in the landing on the moon, the geologist, the designer, of the architect of the Sears Tower in Chicago, is a Bangladeshi Muslim, and understand the renovation in the Chicago airport, in the Miami airport actually was done, or a project made by a Muslim. There are lots of making great contribution in their fields when they're away from the oppressive system in their countries and giving the opportunity. So the prescription is the same. Follow the footsteps of predecessors.